Hello, my name is Liora in Texas, and I wanted to share with you my praise report. I knew it was Him, today's promise. But if you make yourselves at home with me, and my words are at home in you, you can be sure that whatever you ask will be listened to and acted upon. John chapter 15, verse 7. The Lord is so good, loving, and merciful as He blesses not only us, but those around us and near to our hearts. My sister came to me one morning and asked me to pray for her husband because he was going to a job interview. This particular job is something that he has wanted for quite some time now. He used to do this kind of work a few years back, but was laid off and had to find work somewhere else. He had been waiting for an opportunity to get into this job field again because it is better pay and he enjoys it, but it was never quite the timing until now. When my sister asked me to pray, I know that she knows that prayer works. Although she may feel that her prayer isn't enough, or she just wanted extra prayers, or maybe she does not have that relationship with the Lord to where she feels like He will answer her prayer if she asks. So I came to my prayer closet as my brother-in-law was on his way to the job interview, and I spoke to my heavenly husband. I told him that I knew that my sister and brother-in-law don't have that relationship that they need to have with Him, but in His timing they would. I told the Lord that it was me here asking Him for this, if it was His will, so that they could believe. I was asking my heavenly husband to grant the desires of my brother-in-law's heart, because He set him as the provider of the household, and that I was going to give him all the praise for it. I knew that my sister and her husband were probably not going to really give God all the praise, but I told him that I would, and that I knew it was Him, and only Him who opens and closes doors. So my brother-in-law went to the job interview and was interviewed with 3 other candidates, and they told all of them that they would call them with their decision. Well, he hadn't even left the parking lot yet when they called him and told him that he had the position. He was so excited to come home and tell my sister. As soon as I heard the news, I praised the Lord for it. I know that they trust in man because they said that a friend was able to give my brother-in-law a good referral, and that is how he was able to get the interview. But I know that it is God who opens and closes doors, not man. God may have used the man to give a good word for my sister's husband to get the interview, or maybe that had nothing to do with it, but it is all the Lord, and I give Him all the thanks and praise for that. So like I said before, my sister asked me to pray, so I know that there is something that tells her that prayer does work, but maybe she just doesn't have enough faith, which I confess I lack sometimes also. But my hope is as they see me thanking God for this answered prayer, they will in turn see how great and wonderful the Lord is, and want to follow and praise Him as well. But if you make yourselves at home with me, and my words are at home in you, you can be sure that whatever you ask will be listened to and acted upon. John chapter 15, verse 7. That's why I urge you to pray for absolutely everything, ranging from small to large. Include everything as you embrace this God life, and you'll get God's everything. Mark chapter 11, verse 24. It's impossible to please God apart from faith. And why? Because anyone who wants to approach God must believe both that He exists and that He cares enough to respond to those who seek Him. Hebrews chapter 11, verse 6. And how bold and free we then become in His presence, freely asking according to His will, sure that He's listening. And if we're confident that He's listening, we know that what we've asked for is as good as ours. 1 John chapter 5, verses 14 through 15.